So I've had a conversation with the fellas out there. We had our heart to heart. The challenge is out there. Today, I'm talking to the women of the world. Let's get into it. Welcome back, viewers, to the Felix Black Show here on YouTube, your number one source for purple pill content on the internet. Okay. Today, I'm going to be talking to the women specifically. If you don't already, please follow me on all platforms, Felix Black, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you don't already follow the channel, please do so. So today, this is not a video about what women should be doing. This is a video talking about the male perspective and things that we crave, we want, and sometimes we need from the special woman in our lives, or, you know, when we're dating, when we're looking for a partner, a mate. Okay. I first want to say women are great. Women are awesome. Just like us men, we can improve this dating scene. Women, you all can do the same. And I don't want to say there's no good women out there, because there's plenty of good women out there. We just got to get on the same wavelength. Okay. So that's what this is all about today. This is not an attack. First, I like to say there's nothing wrong with being an alpha female. I consider myself an alpha male, right? So when I have an alpha female, what I characterize as an alpha female, a woman who is taking care of her business, handling, you know, her responsibilities. People may see her as mean, you know, the B word, but at the end of the day, she wants to come home to a family, take care of a family, and be a part of something greater than herself. But there's nothing wrong with her having some sort of attitude, a little bit of ambition. Well, I don't want to say a little bit, but ambition to do better things in her life. I'm the same way. However, I consider myself the leader and the protector of the family. Women can do the same thing. Understand that just because you're not the alpha does not mean that you don't have a voice, that you're a submissive slave of some sort, and that you don't, you know, your opinion doesn't matter. That's not how it works. I liken it to driving a car. I'm in the driver's seat. I have the wheel. We go wherever I direct us to go as the man. This is my role. This is the way I feel. If there's men and women out there that don't feel this way, I understand, but this is me. So if you, the woman who's next to me in the passenger seat, you cannot take the wheel if I'm already driving. That is dangerous. If two people are trying to lead, you trust in me, you trust in my driving, you trust in my leadership and my guidance, that I will get you to our destination safely. Now, as the passenger, you're on my side. You get there at the same time I do. You know, you're not in front of me, you're not behind me. However, you help direct. Hey, turn here. Wasn't that the exit? We got 20 more miles to go. So you have input into those decisions. And if I'm steering us off course and driving through an open field in the desert, your first question is, what the hell are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, this is not the right way. If I don't have hey, I'm taking a shortcut. If I don't have an answer for that, it's okay for you to not be 100% confident. But don't assume without that communication piece that I don't know what I'm doing as the man. I know people like to say it's a 50-50 team / leadership. No, I'm in the driver's seat. I do not get to take days off from protecting and leading you. That is everything, something I have to do daily. You do not get to take days off from being supportive, being my guide in some form or fashion, because you are guiding us as well. And we want that. We want the support. We want the woman who is caring, who is loving. I don't want a tomboy. I don't want my woman to be one of the guys. If I wanted to hang with the guys, I will go hang with the guys. When I'm with my woman, I want that femininity. I want that level of softness that comes with women. Even I consider myself a strong man, a rock. I like having that Black Widow to calm the Hulk. Another reference, right? The Hulk is a beast. He's the man. But when he's with Black Widow, when he's with Romanoff, she has the ability to calm him down. And that goes into one of my other points. We don't like a lot of argument. Understand, when we're at work all day, working for our family, working to provide, things get rough, things get hard, things, don't always go according to plan. We don't then want to walk into the door in an argument. We don't want to argue. We don't want there to be screaming and yelling. We want to come home to peace and support. That's what we want from the woman in our lives. We want that support. We need that support because life does get rough at times. Women like to say there aren't any good men left. They don't have confidence in men to lead, to guide them, to take care of them. I want to rebuttal that and say, what happens when you find that man that you consider good? Please put that in the comment section. Because I can tell you from experience that women don't tend to believe in a good man, even when there is a good man in front of them. Not perfect, good. He may not check all the blocks, but he checks most of them. And 9 times out of 10, you as a woman probably don't check all the blocks. You check most of them. But what happens is we run into women who have not healed themselves from the past. I'm sorry if you ran into men who didn't appreciate you, who unfortunately did, bad things to you. I don't want to get into that type of stuff, but I'm sorry if that happened to you. But that is not my fault as the new man in your life. Please, women, heal yourselves first before you look to get into a new relationship. Women invest a lot into relationships. Yes, we know this. And it takes them a little while longer to get over relationships, depending on how they ended. Just make sure once you are ready to step back out there and start dating again, ready to meet another man, that you have healed yourself and you're not trying to heal yourself while getting to know, dating, or seeing someone. Because then the past tends to show itself. And then we run into issues where you're projecting things that happened with the last guy you were with on the new guy. And that's not fair to the new guy. That's not fair to us. Please heal yourselves. Make sure you are ready to move forward and forget about the past. I think it's really tacky when women bring up what other men like, or, most men don't like that. Usually men don't like that. I'm not concerned with what other men like, don't like, or are doing. If I have not done that to you, don't hold that against me that someone else has done that to you. If you don't have confidence in me, I understand. Give me the opportunity to be myself so you can build that confidence. Don't automatically have me start at a negative and have to build a confidence level that didn't start at neutral. This is how I build confidence in a woman. When I meet you, do I trust you with my life? No, but I trust you as a human being, as a generally good person. So it's not to say like, I don't trust you at all. You have to show me that. No, you have to show me that you're untrustworthy, lying, cheating, stealing, hiding things. That's how you start at 0 and you lose points until we get to a certain point to where I'm no longer interested, right? Naturally, we build trust between each other the more time that we're around each other. It happens a lot to where women are coming into these relationships, even talking to me, saying how they don't trust men, because they've been done bad. That's an automatic red flag for me, because I'm starting at a deficit and you have not yet healed yourself from past relationships. Please heal yourself. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having to heal yourself, But it is hard to get to know someone, to trust someone, and it's hard to get through those walls if a person isn't fully healed. I'm sorry. I'm not going to spend time breaking down walls that you built for someone else. If I have to get to know you, if you have to warm up to me, understood. But there is also a time requirement with that. And it's not to say it's 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, but I'm not going to spend our entire relationship breaking down a wall that you built up because of someone else. That's not fair to me. Accountability is something that is, we joke about that on the internet. Women don't want to be wrong. Women can't admit when they're wrong. It takes a very mature woman to admit when she is wrong. You guys are wrong just like we are wrong, right? It's not a matter of who's wrong the most, who's right the most. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Accept that accountability and you move on with it. We need women to be more accountable for their actions and the things that they do that are bad. We need to show more appreciation for those things when they are good. If a woman has children, I don't have any children. Understand, if you have children, to me, you already have lost a little bit of leverage. That's not a bad thing, but understand that you cannot expect a man to blindly accept children. That is a building thing. We have to get used to that. Again, if I wanted to have kids, I would have. I chose not to. You chose to have children. That was your choice. Respect that. And I understand in order to be with a woman with kids, you have to accept the kids. But understand it's not a matter of if you want to be with me, you have to accept my children. Hold on. There is a entire person, we're going to say one. There's an entire person that I have to get to know in addition to you. I'm a man. I don't have any kids, don't have any baggage. So once you get to know me, that's it. You don't have to get to know anyone else. Normal family, mom, brother, normal family. And I still have to get to know that part of you as well. But I have to get to know another human being, your child. And if me and the child don't agree, don't get along, that will affect my and your relationship also, right? There's also a financial responsibility that goes with that, because the money that you make, you're going to be thinking of taking care of yourself, taking care of your child. The money that I make, I'm going to be looking at taking care of you and your child and myself. That is an added expense that is on your behalf. That's not on my behalf. That is on your behalf. Yes, that is something that we have to accept. But I'm asking you to understand it's not as black and white as women would like it to be. Okay? That is something that we have to genuinely accept. And it takes time. In addition to the financial, I now have a man that has access to you at different points in time. I now have to give that man access to my home to pick up kids, to come see, whatever. I'm just dealing with another man, where you're not dealing with another woman. You're not dealing with another person that I had a child by. I don't know whether that person is over you, how that person feels about you, how that person feels about your children, how that person feels about me. Not to say that it matters, but it matters, because sometimes our exes are not ready for us to move on and be happy with someone new. That can manifest itself in different ways. That's just something to think about. So when I see women with multiple kids and they're, my kids are my priority, and you're going to I get a bad feeling when someone tells me what I need to do, what I have to do. I don't have to do anything, nothing. If I want to accept you, I will accept your children, right? But don't give ultimatums. It's me or them. Again, I'm taking care of myself as I am now. When I get into a relationship, I'm looking for a person to take something off of my plate. Right now, as a single man, my plate is full. And I have no problem with that. I have no problem eating all the food that's on my plate. However, when I meet a woman, this is why I don't want a woman who is a tomboy, who is one of the guys. I want someone who can take parts off my plate, put it onto hers. I can take parts off her plate and put it onto mine. So when we mesh, it's like a puzzle. The things you don't like to do, you don't like to do maintenance work. You don't like to get the house. You don't like to do maintenance on the cars. You don't like to get like the house power wash. You don't like to mow the lawn and stuff like that. Got it. I'll take care of all of that. What don't I like to do? I don't like to cook. I'm not a fan of cooking, right? So that is something that you can take off my plate that I don't have to worry about. And we need to understand, just because in a relationship you have roles and responsibilities, that is not a bad thing. I like a woman who likes to cook. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What that means is it doesn't mean she has to cook a fresh meal every single night of the week. If she's working, people are going to say that. And I digress. Once we make comments in the comment section, let's just keep it in context. Okay? It's not a war of, well, men should. I've talked to the men from my perspective. And again, these videos are ongoing. So don't think it's just one time. These are ongoing. I'm talking to the women. So the rebuttal should be to what I'm saying, not using a man as an example. Well, if a man would, no. I'm asking what you would do. So roles and responsibilities. I like a woman who cooks, who maintains the house. If she is working full time and can't cook, understood. I'm not asking you to cook a home cooked meal every single night. I get it. You're busy, but you're in charge of food. You're in charge of that role in our relationship. It's as simple as, hey, I'm going to be working late, or hey, I don't feel like cooking. There's leftovers. I'm going to pick something up, or can you pick something up? I'm cool with that. Just let me know that you're not going to be cooking tonight. Because if you don't say anything, I'm expecting that you already have it handled. If you already know what I like and you're bringing food, hey, I'm just going to bring food with me. I stopped at Chipotle. We're good to go. Do I want food cooked sometimes? Yes, that is why I want a woman who likes to cook versus someone who feels like they're being made to cook. Because I don't like to do it. And again, I don't want to have, I'm not looking for a female Felix Black. I'm looking for a yin to my yang. The opposites, that's how we fit together. I don't like that there is an attack on masculinity. Again, that is the yin to the yang, that is femininity. Those mesh together. Specifically, that's what we want. We don't want a female version of ourselves. I want to experience new things. And so someone having an interest different from me helps me experience that. Someone who likes to travel and go different places, try different foods. I'm not a foodie, so I can eat the same food over and over again. But if someone's like, no, let's try this restaurant. I was doing this research and I want to try this restaurant. Cool, I'm with it. Because now you're bringing me along, opening my mind to new things that I probably wouldn't do if I was just on my own. Just because a woman is not in the lead and leading and has a man who is her leader, her provider, her protector, does not make her weak, because she has to support him. Just because you are not that person, the A side, does not make you weak. We are strong because we know we have you guys as support. You are strong because you know that you are cared for and protected by someone who has your best interest at heart. That's how the yin and the yang should work in my mind. I think the biggest point is that women need to heal themselves first and stop jumping into something so quickly. And I'm only speaking from experience because I know the flags. I know what it looks like when a woman is not yet ready to be past their last relationship. It's just a matter of how she talks about it, how the words she uses when talking about different situations, that her mind is not 100% past that just yet. And that's okay. It takes time to heal. And there's nothing wrong with taking that time to heal. And women have to trust more. I know everyone is different and it takes time to build trust. I guess this goes back to the healing portion, to where just make sure you're ready before you take that next step. Accountability. Please be accountable for your actions the same way you want us to be accountable for our actions. Understand what type of woman your man is looking for, the man that you're talking to is looking for. No one should try to change anyone. Listen to what's being said. If I said that I want someone who likes to cook, don't try to change my mind and say, well, I'm not cooking and I'm going to show you that it can work without me cooking as well. I don't need my mind changed. My mind is made up. I know what I want. If I say I'm not looking for anything serious, to try to come along 3 months, 4 months later and try to turn what we have into something serious, I told you from the jump I didn't want anything serious, and vice versa. If I'm looking for something serious, don't lead me on and make me think that some things are going to be serious between us when you're just looking for fun, when you're just looking for security for the moment, someone to hang out with. Just be open with your intentions as well, because I think men also get a bad rap for only being about one thing. When we find that about women too, they're only about one thing: security and stability, which comes in the form of money. And so that's from experience. That's all we have to go off of is experience. Again, this is just an introduction open letter to the women out there. This is not the end all be all video. So please don't think that there won't be a second part. There will be an ongoing, as I jot down my thoughts and things that I want to add, because I know as soon as I hit end on this video, it's going to be something else that I wanted to say, but it'll probably come out in another video. This is an open letter to the women. If you want high value men, listen to the words of a high value man. It's not going to be easy. Understand that we have gotten to a certain point because of who we are, because of how we handle business. And for us to open that up to you is not going to be simply you offering us sex. We need more than that. And I gave you some examples before, because that is not a hard thing to find once you reach a certain level. I'm just keeping it 100% honest. We need more than that. And any high value man that you meet or that I talk to, bring on the channel for a panel, will tell you that. It's not hard to get that type of stuff. It's not. And if that's what we were looking for, we could stop looking. That's available. But you're going to have to show a little bit more effort, a little bit more maturity, probably than usual, because we're not settling for certain things. So yes, you're going to have those hard conversations. You're going to have someone who is kind of standing firm in what they are looking for and what they provide, because we know our worth. Just like Alicia Keys said, I know my worth. I know what it is out here. I know what's available to me. And I know what happens if I don't uphold my end of the bargain. So it's going to take a different mindset. And that's what I'm bringing to you on the channel. The views from a high value man by today's standards. And I'm holding both men and women accountable. That's why we have the purple pill here on the channel. So this is round 1, volume 1 of the open letter. Please, if you have any rebuttals, anything to say, please place that down in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And let's get some dialogue going. You never know. Something that you comment could turn into a video, content for a video. So I always appreciate that. If you're still here, I hope that you made it all the way through the video. Again, it's not an attack. This is just information. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please hit the like button and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is Felix Black, Purple Pill content creator here on YouTube. Until the next video.